If you've already watched the video that explains your job responsibilities as a poll coordinator, you know that you are responsible for setting up and assisting voters with the Automark ballot marking device. This video will cover how to set up and operate the Automark. Every polling place in Nassau County is equipped with an Automark. Its purpose is to mark the ballot for voters who are unable to mark the ballot on their own or just would prefer to have a machine mark it for them. Anyone can use the Automark. The Automark ballot marking device allows all voters, including voters with disabilities, to mark their ballot privately and independently. We've all voted and marked our ballot to indicate which candidates we were selecting. We've used a pen to fill in the ovals above the candidate's name, and if we've chosen to write in the name of a candidate who's not on the ballot, we have filled in the write-in oval and printed the name of the person we wish to vote for. The Automark does exactly that for the voter. It thus can provide accessibility to voters who are blind, vision impaired, or have a disability or condition that would make it difficult or impossible for them to mark a ballot on their own. As we already covered in the video that outlined your coordinator responsibilities, you'll get your supplies from the red supply cart first thing in the morning, and that includes your purple bag. In the purple bag, you'll find the 3 things you need to turn on the Automark and get it ready for voters: the opening and closing guide, the keys to the Automark, and the Automark return of canvas. On election day, you'll use the opening and closing guide to go through the steps of setting up the Automark and, as we've been saying for years now, please have one person read and one person do. The 2 coordinators do it together, one Democrat and one Republican, and one of you reads each step from the guide as the other person carries it out. If your counterpart from the other party is not there, you'll need to borrow someone from that party from one of the tables. That person can be the reader while you carry out the steps. First, take the barrel key and use it to open the front and back of the blue Automark cart. In the back, take the cord out and plug it into an electrical outlet. Next, use the gold key to turn the Automark on. Insert the key and turn it once to the right, and you'll see the light turn green. It's important to pay attention to the green light throughout the day. The light should be constantly green. If the light is flashing, it means the machine is running on battery. If you see that, you should plug the machine in immediately and make sure that the cord is firmly attached to the back of the Automark. The machine will take approximately 5 to 10 minutes to boot up. While you're waiting for it, you're going to raise the Automark screen. First, move the left and right sliding latches outward to unlatch the lid. Second, fold back the front lid and lift the panel. Third, pull the screen upright, place the panel down, and let the screen rest against it. Fourth, lift the ballot feed tray up, then drop it down. Then it's a good time to complete the return of canvas. You'll know the Automark is ready to use when the screen says, "Please insert your ballot." Voters can use the Automark in 3 different ways. They can mark their ballot by using the touch screen. They can have the ballot read to them through headphones, then mark the ballot using the keypad, which includes Braille, or they can use a sip and puff device, which the voter operates through sips and puffs on a straw, or a rocker paddle, which a voter can use with his or her hands or feet. The Automark can communicate with the voter in English or Spanish. The equipment for using the Automark in these different ways is in the back of the Automark cabinet. There are headphones and disposable coverings that you will replace for each new user, rocker paddles, and a sip and puff device. One-time use gloves and straws are provided and used for sanitary purposes, so each voter has a clean straw. The keypad provides a way for the voter to maneuver what's on the screen, or the volume and speed of the audio if they're listening through headphones. The keypads, as we mentioned, are also marked in Braille. Voters may also use their own equipment, which you would plug into the Automark just as you would the board's equipment. The voter who wishes to use the Automark to mark their ballot will first go to the table for their election district, where they will sign in on the poll pad and receive their ballot. Then, instead of going to a privacy booth to mark their ballot, they will be directed or escorted to you at the Automark. Before the voter begins using the Automark, it is important that you use your supplies to wipe down and sanitize it. Then, before the voter begins, you will plug in any equipment the voter wishes to use, such as headphones. The voter begins by inserting the ballot into the ballot feed tray. The ballot will then be scanned by the machine, and they'll have an opportunity to select English or Spanish. They'll see a screen with instructions, and then they can proceed to the first contest. They will move from screen to screen either by choosing their choice on the touchscreen or by using the keys on the keypad. On the screen, the voter will tap on the name or the oval to select each candidate. This selection will be highlighted in yellow and read through the headphones if they are using them. If the voter wishes to choose a write-in candidate, they will choose write-in, and a keyboard will appear on the screen. They will use the keyboard to type in the name of the candidate they wish to vote for. The boxes on the bottom of the screen allow them to zoom in, that is, make the print larger, or increase the contrast to make it easier to read. When all ballot contests have been displayed, a summary screen will appear, displaying their choice in each contest. By pressing the contest name, the voter may go back to any contest and make a change if they wish to. A bar displaying more appears on the screen when the summary continues beyond the available screen space. Pressing this bar allows the voter to review the rest of the ballot. When the voter is satisfied with all of their selections, they will press Next to continue. Next, the voter will press the Mark Ballot button. The ballot will be marked and returned to the voter. Once the ballot is marked and returned to the voter, no further changes can be made on that ballot. If the voter wishes to make changes, they must return to the table that issued it, hand it in, mark it spoiled, and receive a fresh ballot. After the Automark returns the voter's fully marked ballot, and they are satisfied with it, it has to be voted. Like all other voters, they have to scan their ballot into the DS200 voting machine. You can direct them or escort them to the DS200 for their election district. That is, they must scan their ballot at the machine for the table where they received the ballot. It is board policy that they should not have to wait on any line for the DS200, so, if there is a line, please politely escort them to the front of the line. At the end of the night, after every voter who's in the polling place at 9 p.m. has voted, one of your tasks will be to close down the Automark. Please use the closing guide, have one person read the steps and the other person carry out the steps, and then closing down the Automark should be quick and easy. By following these steps, you will be helping to ensure that all voters, including voters with disabilities, have the opportunity to mark their ballot privately and independently.